Hey, e-bike enthusiasts and riders. That's how I'm gonna start videos now, and I do videos like this on e-bikes, e-scooters, etc. Also an e-electric car pretty soon. Not a typical electric car, but I'm working on building my own, and I'll probably do a video on it. You won't be able to buy one, but I'm just gonna show you kind of how I built it. So if you want to make your own, you can. But this is an update video on the Eunorau. Now, Eunorau has lost a lot of respect and points with me because I'm going to tell you right now, if you buy one of these bikes, all the electrical stuff on it is pretty good. Okay, I don't see much problems with the electrical stuff. I've noticed my bike has started stuttering when it gets up speed. I don't know why it's doing that, but if I lean, it comes out of it. If I lean back and forth a few times, it comes out of it. But this thing, do not buy any of the accessories for it if you buy one. Do not buy the fenders. Do not buy the rack. I just stay away from anything that is an extra for this bike besides maybe the batteries. But do not buy anything else. Don't buy the fender because check this out. It snapped. It's made with very cheap metal and it snapped. And now I have it on here with zip ties because well, it still works and I need it to keep rain and stuff off me. But it still works, but it's not proper. And keep in mind, I paid $100 for that. And that. They all came together. So about $35 for each thing. $33 give or take. And some change. But that's kind of expensive for something to break like that. What I would do is I'd look up some aftermarket fenders, like some plastic ones. I would honestly get plastic ones because metal's going to rust and snap eventually anyway when it comes to something like that, because that takes a lot of damage and abuse because it's like something that stops mud and stuff from getting on your bike. But if you see this here, why do I have the chain tied to the frame? Well, this broke and Eunorau refuses to replace it. They want me to pay, get this, $50 for another one of these. $50 for this part right here. They want me to pay $50 for this. They want me to pay $20 for the part itself, then $25 for shipping. Hell no. I will not be paying that. Matter of fact, I'm going to look up and see if I can find something else to replace that with so it can work like it's supposed to. Because not having your vehicle to be pedalable, I can't say that word, I'm sorry. That's probably not even a word. But not being able to pedal the vehicle to get it started is bad for the motor. You do not want that motor starting off without help from you. Because I have seen many e-bikes I've owned after the chains break on them or whatever, and I continue to ride them because I'm going to be honest with you guys, I suck at fixing anything bicycle or mechanical related. I'm terrible. Electrical stuff now, I can do that all over on this thing. I could disconnect every electrical thing to this. My God. But I could disconnect every electrical thing to this and put it back together again. I won't do that because that would void my warranty, and I'm honestly kind of worried now that I'm going to need a new motor because of all the abuse the motor is taking from me throttling it, because right now I cannot use the chain. I can't pedal it because it's not... The stupid derailleur or whatever is broken. And to be honest with you, I don't even understand why this thing needs a derailleur, because they could have just put the chain here and there and just made it into kind of like a BMX style bike, which if I can't find one of these for cheap enough, I'm probably just going to get a smaller chain on this and just make it into a BMX bike, because as long as I can pedal it, it'll help. So yeah, I don't know why that's there. If anyone wants to explain that to me that knows about that, why that would be there, why that would need to be there, because this bike does not change gears. It doesn't. It has one here and one here. It does not change gears, so I don't understand why it would even need that part. But again, every metal component on this bike is made with the cheapest, cruddiest metal possible, I swear. Because this happened when I was changing the tire on the side of the road because I got a flat. I took the tire off and this snapped. And it was disconnected and everything. I don't know why it snapped. I don't know why it broke, but it did. It broke. And I was like, are you kidding me? I was like, well, they'll replace it, so it's not that big of a deal. No, they won't replace it. They said it's not covered under warranty. And I'm calling them out for it because I think it's bullcrap because that is cheap. That is cheap metal if it broke like that. I have seen Walmart bikes where you can bend, literally, the derailleur. You can bend it out like a little bit and it won't snap. I did it to one of my bikes when I was a kid because it was skipping gears and someone told me it would fix it. And it did for a little bit. But, yeah, you can bend Walmart bikes' derailleurs and they won't snap. But this didn't even get bent. It just broke. It just snapped. I'll show it to you. This is the other part of it right here. Look, it just snapped. Look at that. It just snapped. And they refuse to replace it. And I think it's bullcrap that they expect me to pay $50 for this stupid thing. This and this metal thing. $50 for this stupid thing? For this? $50? Are you nuts? No, there's no way in hell I'll pay $50 for that. That's a ripoff, man. $25 for shipping? Heck no, dude. That's way too much. Especially for something that small. I know it don't cost no $25 to ship something that small. They're being ridiculous. So, Eunorau, I know you watch my channel because I've seen you comment on my videos. So, what do you have to say about this? Because this is some real bullcrap. That broke. It's made with cheap metal. And you want to charge me $50 for another one? Are you nuts? Bro, that thing's no bigger than a Hot Wheel. And Hot Wheels ship for about, what, $3, $4, $5? The dude, $25 for shipping? Are you mad? No. I don't care if you have people to pay or whatever it is that you need that kind of money for. I'm not paying you that. That's a rip. I'll find some other part or something. Because I know I can get it for a lot less than $50 if I find an aftermarket one. And I'll get an aftermarket one if that's what I got to do. And I am going to fix this chain. I don't know how, but I'm working on it. It's been broke now for about a month. And I've been trying to figure out, it took me a while to message them because I was like, dude, they're going to think I'm breaking stuff or something because this is broke, that's broke. And it's not, because I've talked to other people that own these and they say, oh yeah, my fender broke. Oh yeah, that broke. Dude, all the components on this bike are made with cheap metal. Very cheap metal. I don't know about that. Like the fork, that, I don't know. I haven't noticed any problems with it. But everything on this bike that is not the bike itself is cheap as crud. I'll say the frame on it, I believe, is pretty decent. But everything else on this bike is pretty much cheap. I'm worried about those rims snapping eventually. I hope that does not happen. But it scares me because of all the metal that is used on other things on here, and that's about the thickness of the derailleur. Are those rims cheap crud too? Are they gonna snap? You know, it worries me now. But, you know, hopefully that won't happen. But, yeah, I just really think it's bullcrap that they're not covering the derailleur. It broke. Is made with cheap metal. Oh, and I'm sorry, I should say some stuff on here. If you're wondering what those are, the saddlebags, okay, when my wife is on here, she can't get her feet on the pegs. So what I had done is I made these adjustable things that if they get hit or something, they just go back because they're duct taped. They're cracked in the middle, so they can kind of move a little bit. But she can still put her feet on them, because she kept having to hang her feet on the ground because the pegs are like way back here, and they're under the bag, so she couldn't put her feet under there. So I made these for her when we went on like a 100-mile trip with the thing, so she didn't have to hang her feet down all day. So yeah, I made those for her. That's just some like shelf from Menards that I had that broke, and I have the legs from it, and I used the legs, and I put a zip tie through the middle and zip tied it on there through the middle of the where the pegs bolt on. It's in the middle there. But yeah, these work pretty well. They're pretty good. And then this is these are tailpipes, fake ones. I put flashlights in them if it's hard to see me, that have colored plastic bags on them, and they look like flames when the wind hits them. They float around and stuff, and yeah, it's pretty neat. It's just so people notice me, and also I think it kind of looks cool. And then here, if you're noticing this is a radio off of my moped that I took off my moped because, as you guys know, my mopeds are totaled because of someone vandalizing them. I'm about to get rid of them both soon too. But these are my speakers off my moped, and then I gutted all the electrical stuff off my moped and I put it on here. So you can see right there, I've got the moped's old battery, and it's connected up to these. And I'm also gonna probably connect like a light bar, like that's on a pickup truck right here, to this as well, so I can see better with my helmet at night, because I can't see out of my visor very well with the headlight. It's an okay headlight, but my visor is like really darkened, so like it's almost like having a sunglasses thing. I should get a clear one, but I'm not sure how to change them, and last time I tried changing one I broke it. So yeah, but anyways, yeah, I just wanted to make this video because I think Eunorau is really scummy for not replacing that derailleur, and I don't go for stuff like that. Rich companies like that don't want to help somebody when their product breaks. I don't think that's right at all. Also, if you're wondering if they do work, they do. Listen, there you go. Hear them? They're very loud. And if you guys want a tutorial on how to hook those up to any e-bike, I'm sure you could hook it up to almost any e-bike. It's really simple, and you'd think they don't last very long, but they do. I've gotten them to last, what, like 10 hours on that battery, full blast, 8 or 10 hours on that battery, and they're nice. You do want to wear a motorcycle helmet though, or else your ears will be ringing for a while. But yeah, I just want to make this video because I really am disappointed in Eunorau. I liked this company. I was going to go to them all the time for my e-bikes now instead of Rad, because I used to like Rad, and then they made it very hard to get a hold of them and stuff, and my charger burnt out and some other stuff, and they wouldn't replace it. My charger for my Rad literally melted. Like, it got so hot it melted. I don't know what happened to it. The battery, nothing happened to the battery, but the charger broke, and that kind of makes me mad because it's like an $80 charger, $50 charger or whatever, and I was like, oh, I still have the warranty on my bike, I should be able to replace it. And they made it very hard to get a hold of them. I emailed them and everything, and they never got back with me. It was just a whole thing. But yeah, I'm gonna have to find another e-bike company after something happens to this one. Hopefully there's another company that can go as far as this one. I know Hemingway is doing pretty well, but their bikes have notorious motor issues, and that's not really a thing that's like a rumor. It happens to a lot of their bikes because it's happened to mine. But yeah, I just really think Eunorau should cover the derailleur, because, you know, that's not right that broke, and then here they are trying to charge me $50 for such a small part. And the reason I talked about Hot Wheels are like $5 to ship, because it mainly is his channel, and if anybody's watching this that watches my Hot Wheels videos, you tell me, do you think that little thing right there that has that piece of metal on it as well. Not the chain, just that. And that piece of thing right there has the, is it large enough or heavy enough that it needs a $25 shipping price? Is that correct? Because I don't think it is. Because I swear people have shipped me like 3 or 4 Hot Wheels for like $5, and that's heavier than that. Well, it's not heavier, but it's bigger than that. But well, actually, no, it might be about the same weight. That thing isn't extremely heavy. But I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm very upset with Eunorau right now because I thought they were a trustworthy company, and it's really, really scummy of them not to replace that, because that is going to damage my bike in the long run. I am not by any means someone that's good at fixing stuff like that, and bike shops won't even touch this thing because they consider it an electric dirt bike or motorcycle. So most bike shops won't even touch this thing, and I've gone to 3 different ones. They won't touch it. It's too big. And that's not something I complain about, because it is an awesome bike, but it's just, man, it's just really scummy of that company. I gave them like $3,000 almost for this bike and all the stuff on it, and you won't replace something that's worth probably, I don't know, $5 on the bike. You won't replace something that's probably only worth like $5 or $10. That's pretty scummy, you know. And I kind of get that they don't want to replace the fenders, because I believe they probably know that those are bad, because that is something that happens a lot with these, is the fenders break. I've talked to a lot of people that own them and stuff, and nothing's happened. And also another scummy thing they did is they don't even want to let me say on their Facebook group that broke. They don't want to let me say that derailleur broke on the Facebook group. So they're also withholding information about something people should know about. And, I just see that as a scummy thing. And if any company is going to do something like that, you immediately have lost all respect from me, all my trust, and I will not endorse your product anymore. I really don't endorse one of these at all now because of that, because it worries me if anything else was to go wrong with this bike, would they actually do anything about it? Now, yes, they replaced my brakes when it was my fault, because I'd never worked on brakes like that before, but to be fair, this thing never came with a manual. So but yeah, I don't really trust that company anymore, and I don't know if I would actually buy one of their bikes. I know I would never again, personally. It's a shame, because I did like the bike, and I am going to keep it until it dies or breaks down permanently to where I can't use it anymore. But I don't know, man. I'm really, really upset by the fact that I thought that company was really good and everything, and then they won't replace like some $10 part on the bike when it's obviously crap, and they probably know that. That's why they're not letting me post that on their group. It's like, oh, we don't want people to know that our components are crap. I don't agree with something like that, But anyways, I'm going to probably work on getting something better, because there's no way I'm even going to pay that for that part when it's going to just do that again, because it's a cheap, crappy part. That's what it is. It broke. I've never in all my life seen a derailleur snap like that unless you purposely break it. I purposely broke one off one of my bikes before because it made me mad when I was 15 a long time ago. I bent it off and snapped it when I was younger. And it took a lot, actually, to get it off. I had to keep turning it back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and then it snapped. That thing, it just literally broke. It snapped in half. clean brake. It like almost was like the metal was bad or something to begin with. And you know, it probably was, because I already know they don't use good metal on their components, because broke, and that one's even starting to break on the back too. Luckily that one's already got like improvised on there, because I didn't actually know how to put that one on correctly, because again, they don't have any videos or tutorials on how to do anything on this bike, which is also kind of something that I was like, I really feel like I should have said when I did the bike review. I might have, but there are no tutorials or videos on how to put anything on this bike. I looked it up, I tried to find one, because I was confused, but really confused by the front fender. And the back fender, I was almost just about to not put on, because I couldn't figure out how to get it on. And then I got some different bolts and stuff that I had laying around that were long enough to reach, and I got it, and it's actually probably better than what they were going to do with it. The front one, I know I put on right, because it wouldn't have gone on if I wouldn't have. But yeah, you can see my fender is going to be like this forever, because it's not. It's just, it's going to hang like that and jiggle and stuff, because it's on there with zip ties. It's not on there with the bracket anymore, because the bracket snapped. But yeah, I just wanted to make this video because I just wanted to let you know and be aware that if you do get one of these and something metal, like maybe a little metal component or something breaks, their warranty does not cover it. And I think that's pretty scummy, because it's obviously made with crappy metal. Shouldn't have broke like that. That is the crappiest metal I've ever seen in my life. I mean, Hot Wheels, let's say for instance, Hot Wheels A-pillars, or you know, the things that keep up their roof on them, are harder to break than that was. Let's just put it that way. I have, like, before, when making a Demolition Derby Hot Wheel, I hit it with a hammer a few times on the roof. That A-pillar didn't break right away. The roof pillars did not break. The roof supports didn't break. It took quite a bit of force to actually break them. But that was just from taking off the tire. Like me pulling it off, and that snapped. And I was like, dude, what? And I'm not the Incredible Hulk. I'm a scrawny dude. I'm not like some big muscly guy. Why did that break from me taking it off? It's not even like it was still connected to the bike or anything. I really don't understand what happened. I laid it on the ground nicely. I was in the grass when I was changing the tire. I don't know what happened. I don't know why it broke. Well, I do know why, because it's cheap crap metal. But I don't know what caused it to break, is what I mean. Like, nothing I did caused that, if that makes sense. But yeah, I'm going to end this video here. I just wanted to let you guys know, because I think it's really scummy of them to not fix that and then turn around and charge me $50 for that. That is highway robbery for that. But yeah, I think I actually did find one at one of the bike stores for like $15, but they couldn't get it for me, because it's not like a part that they typically carry or whatever. But I think they did find me one for $15, and that's the one I'm looking into getting, but I can't seem to find it again. I keep finding the traditional derailleurs that are for bikes with multiple gears. I can't seem to find one like that. So if anyone has any link to anything, or has like anything that they could tell me, a website or something to go to where I could get that for a reasonable price, please let me know, because I'd love to get that fixed. I do have a chain separation tool that I can separate and put everything all back on the way it's supposed to be and everything, and get her back to pedaling again. But if anyone knows where I can get that derailleur, because what it was is just a thing that hangs down and it has the chain on it. I don't even know why it was there, because they should have just built it, like I said, chain on that, like a BMX bike. But I don't know, maybe they couldn't do that because of the tires or something. I don't know. But yeah, I just wanted to let you know that if you get one, be aware that might break on you. And do not buy that, because that will break on you. And that rack on the back will break as well. If you guys are curious to see the rack, I do have it. So
I can show it in a video if you want to see it, but the supports that hang on the back literally just snapped right off. The extra ones that would have gone here, they snapped right off. This one was still okay, but those two snapped off, and then that one was just kind of like hanging down like this, and I was worried it was going to fall off and hit a car or something, so I just completely removed it, and I'm not going to put it back on, and I'm not going to get another one either, because that was also $100. But that was a gift, so, you know, it's not too big of a deal. But anyways, thanks for watching. Just wanted to let you guys know. I'll keep you updated on any more stuff on this bike. I'm also going to have a video coming out soon talking about if e-scooters are better than e-bikes. And you might be surprised at my answer, because I got a really cheap e-scooter from a yard sale this year, and I actually really like it. I'm not saying that I like it more than my e-bike. I'm just saying, depending on what you want to do with it, you might want to consider an e-scooter over a bike. And I'll get into that when I do a video on should you get an e-scooter or an e-bike. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. I might not do that video until the weather gets way better. But anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.